What's up? I got another sketchbook video. Haven't put out a video in a while, so we're going with the probably most popular video genre of the channel, which is the nude sketchbook videos, or just nude like marker videos, which I do not mind doing them at all. Been doing a lot of digital stuff, which it would have been a smart idea to record some. I actually have a bunch of videos on TikTok if anybody uses TikTok. Attack on Titan, there's a new episode coming out almost exactly an hour from now. And today's the 14th, March 14th. So if you saw the last episode, this one should be episode 14. So obviously no spoilers, but it's gonna be pretty crazy. Speaking of it, that photo was kind of weird. Speaking of Attack on Titan though, I was making, or I guess I still am, making a Beast Titan print. Yeah, in pixel art, so it'll be like a digital print. And I'm also considering doing a printmaking Attack on Titan piece. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Been spending a little too much time on TikTok recently, to be honest. And I think I'm gonna try to really cut back on, I guess, online time. Even though sometimes I feel like I need like a recharge, you know? Like I've talked about this thing, and I think one of my last two videos, or maybe, yeah, one of my last two, about, you know, the light side and the dark side, how drawing and being productive and, you know, working out and doing all that stuff is the light side. And the dark side is, you know, collecting stuff, playing video games, watching TV, hanging out with friends, right? Hanging out with friends isn't a bad thing, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, you really just get nothing out of it besides the enjoyment of, like, you know, the social whatever, right? Which obviously, like, that's part of like living, right? Like your life. And then I made the example of Darth Reverend being the Jedi that used the light and the dark side. So yeah, I used to be very like, you know, I was like, yeah, you know, I was trying to do something productive. If I'm not, you know, drawing, I'm taking a break, but the break is like a drawing break if I was carving, or, you know, maybe, I don't know, eating something or cooking something, right? Because, you know, cooking something, I feel like the cooking I do is kind of like baby cooking. Like the real cooking is measuring stuff, like not baking necessarily, but yeah, measuring stuff. Oh, we need this amount of flour, this amount of this. Although I kind of would feel like I would get impatient. Like, you know, sometimes food is just to make you feel like energized again. Because if you've tried, if I'm sure everyone that's been alive for, you know, any amount of time has felt like when you're hungry, like you're not really at the same energy level if you're full, right? You're like more energized when you're full, obviously. So yeah, sometimes just like, yeah, you know, you gotta eat something really quick and then boom, like I'm back, which also motivates you to eat, because yeah, you could always eat a donut, or, you know, you can always eat some junk garbage, but that'll make you feel shitty, kind of, you know? Yeah, it'll make you feel good like halfway into eating, and then once you're on the way out, you're like, ah, why did I eat this? Oh shit, sorry, I didn't realize the camera was so low. Yeah, like, oh shit, why did I eat this and stuff? So yeah. Yeah, so cooking, It takes time, but it also is kind of rewarding because you learn, right? You get better every time, right? If you try to do stuff that will make you learn, and you eat food that's, I guess, somewhat healthier, and I'm sure it tastes better than, whatever there was in the refrigerator or any junk food. A comic update. We're on page 11 right now, which is cool. Page 11 of this new comic. I don't know. I think if you follow me on Instagram, I posted about it a lot. And the story is really, it's done, and it can also be kind of done in different ways. Like, we already know what's gonna happen, but there's like another story that goes with this one. So the next comic after this little issue's done, which I have to finish doing all the pages, and then after that I have to render them. Some of them aren't really drawn as much as others. Some of them are pretty much almost done, right? And I think with the pixel art, you can really get like a rendered look off something that's like a sketch. You can really kind of do a lot of stuff with the colors and stuff. I was originally going to do black and white and have the characters that are important be colored, but I realized there wasn't enough detail to, put up a background with only black and white pixels. So there's going to be a background, which I don't mind. I think coloring is cool, or like rendering and stuff like that. And yeah, the story is pretty awesome. I have like this little cool thing going on where, oh yeah, sorry, I cut myself off. The end of this story is gonna be the end of the last story, right? So while these events are happening, there's gonna be another story going on from another person's perspective of like a different scene or area. And then once they finish there, they're gonna stumble into town or whatever, and they're gonna see the remnants of what the, I guess you can say, protagonist in this story went through, or what they did. So that's cool. And yeah, we took a couple days break. 2 days, I think 2 days. I would like to say 3, but I don't think it was 3. To be honest, like the time, it's like some time dilation, like some interstellar stuff. Like, I just don't know. Like, I was talking to my friend about, went to the arcade like one of these days, and they're like, oh no, you told me that on this day. I'm like, what? Like, I'm pretty sure it was the other day. And I was like, oh no, it's this day. Alright, I guess like that's what happened. So yeah, this girl's a little twisted, but it's all good. So yeah, the time has been kind of weird. Coronavirus, the 1 year anniversary. I feel like I'm doing a news thing, like we haven't done a video in so long. 1 year anniversary of coronavirus, which was yesterday, I think. I think it was yesterday because I'm pretty sure last March 13th, 2020 was a Sunday. Or no, yeah, it was a Sunday. And I remember, like, my work, I used to work at a restaurant back then, and they're like, oh yeah, like, we were closing. During the lockdown, they were still open Monday and Tuesday, because Tuesday was St. Patrick's Day, or something like that. And they have like this big celebration because it's kind of like their theme, like green and stuff. So yeah, they were open, and then that was pretty much our last day. The next day after that, it was like kind of cleaning up, doing stuff for takeout. I was a busser, so I didn't really, you know, they gave me stuff to do, but the servers didn't really have anything to do except for like one or two that they called in. And then I don't know what's up with their hand, but yeah, and then that's it. No more work, which was fine for me. I didn't really need the money or anything, especially now that coronavirus is happening. I wasn't really going out at all because coronavirus, like, I didn't need gas money. And yeah, so 1 year later, here we are. It would be a little sad if we were in this same position next year, which I wouldn't doubt it, but it's crazy. Like, who the hell would have thought this show would happen? But yeah. Let's see. I've been doing stickers. I'm doing like some new nude stickers of these. I started it last night on the computer, and we've released a couple sticker packs. We've released a bunch of prints, mostly Star Wars. As I said, I plan on doing, or I'm considering doing, an Attack on Titan print, and there will most likely be a Godzilla print coming soon. I don't know why I did those lines there, but we're going to take this marker and do some shading. Tombow to a brush pen. Stuff like that, nothing crazy, just like little accents and stuff. If you're wondering where this pen is from, it's just like a regular Tombow brush pen, and they don't sell them like this. They're just really worn out, which is cool because once you use them all up for your drawing, you can save them and use them for sketching. I've never, for shading. I've never, like, this pen still has some life in it, you know, obviously there's still stuff coming out. I've never thrown one out yet, so they last for quite a bit. Then again, I don't use this every day, like I only use it for like little highlights and stuff, right? So yeah. And I've been thinking a lot about, you know, not doing enough, not putting out enough work, right? I do a big emphasis on drawing because I like drawing a lot, and I think your work becomes substantially better the better drawer you are. Even though not all work has to be realistic, but I do think if you are a good realistic drawer, like, or if you can draw like realistic stuff, then cartoons and stuff would be no problem for you. So yeah, I just been like, damn, you know, gotta put out work, gotta do this, and then like, damn, I don't really know what to do. I've been posting a lot on TikTok, which is good. I've been getting a lot of Instagram followers from there, and TikTok followers. So yeah, I think like TikTok is like very good for getting a bunch of views on your stuff because the algorithm, people are pretty much on there to scroll on their feed. It's not like Instagram where you're like, oh yeah, my friends here, my friends, like, yeah, it's just kind of a different kind of content on TikTok, which is cool. Yeah, I kind of like how she turned out, even though she doesn't really have proportions that are correct. She's still cool, you know. I think we're done. I don't know if you can see her that well with the shading, but in person it's really cool. Like, I'm sure it looks the same on like the it looks the same on the camera, I'm sure. So anyways, I just paused it to get the next pose. See if I can try to fit this one in. Seems I kind of scrunch this stuff. I don't really worry that much about drawing so much in the sketchbook because I have another sketchbook, the practice one. I think I mentioned that one already. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter, but like for example, I was looking through for like more poses on the computer right now, and I saw a couple that were kind of tricky, like a tricky pose. So, you know, instead of drawing it now and like maybe risking it coming out weird, I'd rather draw it on a practice sketchbook, and if I mess up I can just draw it again until I get it the way I want. And yeah, like the practice sketchbook is good. You don't worry about anything being bad or messed up because it's no one's gonna see it, and if they do, like, it's just practice sketchbook, who cares? So yeah, I don't draw on it every day because of this one, and sometimes when I'm doing more work, you know, like the drawing has already been fulfilled in this sketchbook, right? So I like ballpoint pen. It has a really thin line too. I don't really like shading, like cross hatching. Like, I've already done that before. Like, was a time where I was really into that, and now I'm kind of over it. I feel like when people draw loose, like they, you know, go like that all the time, and you know, that's I guess like a different style. I used to do that a lot, but now I've switched to this more because this kind of showcases like your more of like a drawing ability, because in my opinion, because you I mean, obviously the proportions are a little, I mean, kind of really off, so on most of them, but it shows like you can be confident with your lines and stuff, and you see everything, like there's no covering up and stuff, so everything I do, like, you see it. And yeah, it looks cleaner, and it's cool like seeing how you can get the most realistic thing with a certain amount of lines, and like going so crazy with the shading or whatever. So I feel like you have to sometimes you have to draw like realistic to get like really good. You have to be good at drawing realistic to get really good simple drawings, you know. Like a lot of watercolor artists are really good at drawing like this, I guess, because they kind of just need to do a little sketch, and then once that's done, the real work comes in, which is the watercolor. I wonder how I'll reflect on these videos in like, you know, a couple of years. Like, damn, that was so stupid. Why did I say that? I don't think it would be wild. I would just be like, haha, like, you know, I'm sure it would be, you know, way different. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, I think I should get back into making videos, dude. I don't know why I haven't been making them. Probably because maybe I draw in the morning, or, you know, sometimes I like drawing with my phone next to me instead of looking up at the screen. But It's kind of like a not a baby excuse, but a dumb reason to not make a video. It'd be really cool if like post a video, a bunch of people watch it. Like that must be exciting, right? But yeah, obviously you gotta make videos first, and I guess I can convince people to watch them. And I don't know, one thing I haven't really done on YouTube is make little clickbaity thumbnails and this and that. Like, I don't really like that stuff. Like, when I look at videos, like, I don't click on those, so why would I make them, you know? But I guess that's what people like first. That's what attracts people's attention. Because I guess not everyone that watches the videos are into art. Like, not everyone draws, but maybe they think drawing is cool, so that's why they click on it or whatever. Sometimes when she's smiling, and you know, maybe it's like a weird angle, or not a weird angle, but you know, whatever, I kind of change the smile a little bit with like mental references that I have from other faces that I've drawn. Not that I memorize a face or anything, but it's like muscle memory kind of, you know. It's like one of the cool things about drawing, I think, or at least drawing like this or out of your head sometimes. Like for example, the pixel art comic is all no references pretty much. Besides, like maybe I think I was drawing a cat or something from an angle, and I pulled up like a reference of, oh, what does a cat look like from this angle? But see, her eye is way too big and too much to the side. Should be more inside. But yeah, I don't really use a reference, which with the drawings, well, let me take that back. I have used a reference. There was like a scene in the first couple pages, or in the first 3 pages, there are like these characters, and I needed a reference for pretty much all of them. Besides maybe 1 or 2, but I'll probably go back and find a reference that's similar so I can get like an accurate drawing when it comes to like the final sketch, you know. And I don't know, I think the drawing doesn't really matter too much. In my opinion, like obviously I want the drawing to look good, you know, but for me it's like more the story, and if it's funny, you know, the stories don't have to be funny, you know. I think I'd be the first to say that. Like, I don't know, I think sometimes people try to make stuff, you know, say specific jokes and stuff, which I guess it's cool. I don't know, this, for example, an example I can take of that is this manga called Sunken Rock, which is really cool. It's like this Japanese guy that goes to Korea and he becomes like this mafia boss. But sometimes they try to do like these funny little things, and my brother thinks it's funny, but I don't. But it's like about taste, obviously. So yeah, I wanted to make a correction of something I said in the last video. I just remembered, like, I wanted to say something, and then as I was looking for the reference, I remembered it. So I said that, you know, shading, you know, penciling stuff or inking, like something like that was like monkey work, kind of like it was kind of like stuff that anyone can do it. Like printmaking, yeah, that's what I did. Like that's what I made the example of, like printing, like anyone can do it, you know. But that's kind of like part of the process, you know. Like no one's gonna do it for you, dude. It's like, yeah, you gotta do stuff you don't like too, you know. Like that's kind of how it is. So just a little correction on myself there. Um, less than 30 minutes until the new episode drops. That's exciting. I ate a turkey sandwich today. It consisted of, well, it wasn't really a sandwich, it was more of a turkey sub. But we pretty much had 3 slices of bread left. So I got the bread and just kind of made them tacos with 2 slices of turkey inside. And yeah, that's all I've eaten today. I went to sleep kind of late yesterday. I was just chilling, and out of nowhere, she looks kind of cross-eyed there. Out of nowhere, I look up and it's 3 something. I'm like, what? Where did the time go? And then I realized that it was like the spring forward type thing, like the spring forward, move your clock up, whatever, where the computer does it automatically. So yeah, kind of sucked. I'm like, damn, dude, like, was I really I was really trancing for that long? Like, what the hell was I doing? Alright, this drawing, saying it was a T-bit weird the way it came out. But perhaps our marker thing will save it. I gotta do this one. Forgot to do that one. So yeah, One Piece. I gotta watch One Piece. On episode 600 something. 600 something I'm on. We're on the Fishman Island arc, which I'm gonna be real, I just don't like it at all. I do like the whole thing about Fisher Tiger with the Fishman history of how humans kind of discriminate against them. Let me tell you, Oda, dude, he has everything in One Piece. He's got, like, everything. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you watch One Piece. So, yeah. So, yeah, this girl looks like a robot, kind of. But, so we can use it to our advantage. I mean, she doesn't look like a robot. I made her look like a robot by accident. So you can either exaggerate it, right, and kind of try to sell the robot thing, make it look intentional, or try to fix it, but I think that's kind of too far off right now. So we continue our robot path. Obviously, she's still a human, so I guess she'd be a cyborg or a cybernetically enhanced human, right? Like Mark Zuckerberg. Just kidding. Mark Zuckerberg isn't cybernetically enhanced. It's kind of crazy though, like Mark Zuckerberg. Isn't it crazy how, I guess this is from this TikTok I saw. This guy was saying how, like, the best characters we have in the world right now, and he was like, Elon Musk is one of them, He was saying how the best villain we have is Mark Zuckerberg. Is like his whole persona and everything, like how he acts. I'm like, I guess that's a good point. I made one of these too small, but it's fine. The shading will sometimes fix stuff, like the shading we did in the bottom one, this one. So it's all good. And let's go like that. Whenever you make a mistake, like, the more you draw, which is another reason why I like drawing it so much, is you start to be like, alright, well, you gotta incorporate stuff, especially if you use pen only, right? I mean, I don't only use pen, like, I have pencil pages in this book, which, even when I do pencil, I don't really erase that much. Like, it's kind of just become like a habit to like fix my, like, work with my mistakes, right? And I made this too long, so I made this little triangle, like a little shadow thing, so it's kind of part of the arm still. Her hair goes down here. Obviously she still has human hair, because it's kind of like a dead giveaway, you know, because if she was a cyborg, why would they reveal it to everyone? That would just, mission failed, right? So you gotta try to, no, you don't have to try. They are experts. They know what they're doing. It's like a regular human, but you know, she has enhancements if she needs to use them. So here's her Frankenstein things. But not really a problem, because yeah, now they're exposed, but they're usually not exposed. Yeah, if she's exposing them to you, like, you probably won't get the chance to tell anybody, because she's about to take you out. I guess eliminate you, as they say. Now, as you notice on a lot of these pages, some of these girls have 3 eyes, so we're also going to give her 3 eyes so she fits in. Right. There we go. And now we have this arm coming down here. You can't really see the wrists, or you could see this one, but not the one down here. Got some of these. I think I should just leave the veins off, so I can draw them with that, with the marker. Yeah, sometimes people ask me, like, if I get tired of drawing, you know, but there's really no, like, if you don't want to get tired of it, like, you don't have to, because there's a lot of things you can do to make it exciting again. You can use a different medium. You could draw different stuff that you don't normally draw. Like, if you only draw, you know, machinery, like, maybe try drawing an animal, or like a frog, right? You can try to do something crazy, like maybe only try to draw something, right, but only draw with like straight lines, you know, or, you know, some weird stuff like that will make stuff more interesting, you know. And I think, like, once you make stuff a habit, it's very hard to not want to do it, you know. So, you know, I don't know, sometimes my teacher in high school sometimes told me, like, oh, like, why don't you just take a break from drawing for one day? Maybe, you know, he was saying that maybe so, like, I could be way more motivated or inspired the next day, but don't really know. I didn't take a break, but I don't really think I needed one. I know some artists take a break. Like, I remember hearing this one manga artist from the manga Vagabond. His name is Takahiko Inui, and he takes like a month-long break every so often to recharge. Which, if that's what works for him, I mean, there's a reason why he does it. I'm sure it works for him. But when he's not taking a break, I'm sure he's just like a machine, so I'm sure he could afford the break, no problem. Alright. So, we're gonna go to marker again. I'm gonna try to speed run these two. This one and the one next to her. Also, I went to the arcade. I forgot. This is a very important thing I forgot to say. Went to the arcade, and I got some more practice on this dancing game that I've been playing recently. I went to the arcade, I think, once before, this like once in early 2020, once in late 2020, and then I went with my friend and we did this dancing game. It's like one of those games where like there's like little pedals on the ground and you gotta like step on them. Yeah. So I would normally do the regular setting, and it was the basic setting is kind of easy once you do it a couple times. So I went up to intermediate and I got wrecked. Like it was just so fast and like it was so many foot pedals. But the next time I did it, I realized that to hit them, like you can't hit the pedals by just standing up. Like you have to use the handlebars. So I guess, I mean, I should probably look at, I'm not gonna look at videos, but the best strategy that I found was holding onto the handlebars so like your body weighs less, and you can stand on the left and right foot pedals or steps without hitting them. Right, so when it's time to hit one of them on the left or right, or let's say it's right, left, right, you can have both your feet on there and just make yourself heavier on the right when it's time to hit the right, and heavier on the left when it's time to hit the left, and there you go, right? And if there's one that's up and down, you just put one foot up and then one foot down, like one foot designated for the top one for the bottom one. But I think sometimes it's better to just make the decision on what foot's going to be best for what place, for what foot's going to be best after, like, you know, a certain thing that you do. So if you're doing a bunch of ones on rights and it's right up, and the up thing, the up pedal is usually your right foot, you just have to bring the left in because I guess your right's busy, obviously, right? So yeah, there's this guy doing this other one. There's like this other machine that's a little more advanced, like way more advanced. And instead of, you know, let's say the pedals were a compass. Instead of north, south, east, and west, it was northeast, northwest. It's that kind of thing, right? So he was really good. Like he was really good. And the last time I went, I saw another guy do it on the one I did, and he was really good too. So that's pretty cool. Next one. I think this is going to be the end of the video once I finish this one because we don't really have much space for drawing. So yeah, hopefully if you're seeing this within a week of me posting it, I have some new videos posted, right? If anybody for some reason has like a video they want to see, like, oh, do this, like, I mean, I guess comments or DM me on Instagram if you want. Yeah. Only a couple minutes left for Attack on Titan. Definitely not why no, I'm not ending the video to watch Attack on Titan. Like, there's no space, as you can see, but probably gonna I'm probably going to look for some food real quick, a quick munch, so I can be on a full stomach when I watch it. Now that is some hardcore stuff, right? Full stomach while you're watching Attack on Titan, what the hell? Oh yeah, the Bad Batch is coming out, holy shit. It's coming out on May 4th though. I'm sure school will start by then. Oh yeah, and I'm getting my wisdom tooth removed. Not this Monday coming up, the next one. The next Monday coming up, yeah. So I was kind of really nervous about it, but the guy was like, yeah, dude, like the recovery's gonna be like 3 days probably, and there's nothing, because mine are like not impacted, they're like out already. And, you know, for my path and, you know, journey, if you want to call it that, to continue, you know, this has to be done, like, it has to be taken away, like the wisdom teeth, so yeah. That is pretty much it. I haven't really done a song of the week in a while. What song have I been listening to? What songs have I been listening to? Holy crap, I don't know. I'll link something down there. Probably Drive Safe by Rich Brian, even though like it's not really sad, it's more like mellow, I guess. Yeah, I've recommended a bunch of Joji songs, and I guess he's similar to him, so yeah, I'll put that in the description if you're interested. But that's it. Here's the page. Thought it came out pretty cool. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video.